Hi you guys, my name is Cyan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, as you can tell, we are going to be picking out my TBR for the month of January. I am running behind because today is January 11th. So I don't have as much time as I would like to be reading this month, but it's fine. We are only going to pick out 5 books today, and we'll get into that in a minute. But the first book that's actually on my TBR is my book club's book of the month. If you didn't know, I have a book club. It is located on Discord, and the link is always in the description if you would like to join it. It's not just a book club. We have chats in there for absolutely everything, so I highly recommend it. But the book that I chose this month for us, The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. I have already started it. I'm not that far along, but it is a romantasy. He's very morally gray. He's the villain. He ends up kidnapping our main character because her father is his enemy and the king of another kingdom. It's a very similar plot line to a lot of romantasies, but I'm interested to see how this one moves along. And so far, I have 0 complaints. But this is the first book that I have on my TBR. Now for the rest of them, I'm actually going to be using TBR scratchers. Let me grab them. Why did I place them so far away? Why can't I pick this up? Previously, I did make these cards, and this is my entire physical TBR. When I'm holding it in my hands like this, it really puts it into perspective that I have a lot of unread books. If you haven't seen them before, you just write the title underneath, and then it comes with these little stickers that you put on top, and you can now scratch them off to see which book you have to read. These are done in no particular order. I literally just randomly filled them out. The colors mean nothing. It just came with 3 colors, so that's what I have. I'm going to just randomly pick from the stack 5 books. I think I'm going to pick 6. The reason why is because there's 3 colors. 5 is just uneven, so I want to pick 2 of each color. Yeah? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick 2 of each color, and let's just go ahead and get started. Here is our first color. It is the gradient purples and blue. You see. Which one should I pick? I feel this one. Did you pick it? Okay, so this is our first one, and then our second one, I think this. Let's scratch them. Can you see? Probably not. So the first one that we have is this Savage Song. So this Savage Song is actually a book by V.E. Schwab. I love V.E. Schwab with my whole entire heart. However, I haven't actually heard many people talk about this book in particular. I do believe it's a duology, and let's just read the back to see what it's about because I have no clue. Why would I? There's no such thing as safe in a city full of monsters. August Flynn wants to be human. Kate Harker wants to be ruthless. Their souls are in danger. Their city is divided. And Kate and August, the only 2 who see both sides, are the only ones who can save it. But how do you decide to be a hero or a villain when it's our heart? I almost made it through the whole thing. Where was I? But how do you decide to be a hero or a villain when it's hard to tell which is which? Okay. Sounds interesting. I was about to say, it feels a little bit thicker than I would like, but the font and the sizing looks pretty doable. Like, this is my preferred font. It almost is like giving YA. Does that make sense? Just sometimes you know how you can tell it's YA just by looking at the font size and the spacing and the margins and everything. That's what this is giving, but I'm not sure at all. Anyways, that's an interesting pick. For our next scratch off,
go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
we have Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. So it is technically fantasy, but also like dark academia. So then I have Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. This is a dark academia. It's got some fantasy elements to it. I would read the back of this one to you guys, but there's definitely some spoilers on the back, so I won't do that, but I can never remember which college. All I know is it's prestigious at Yale. It takes place at Yale, and I actually really enjoyed the first one. It was a little bit difficult to get into, but once your brain starts connecting all the pieces and understanding the world, it was so good, and I wanted to finish it, so I have the second one. I really, really wish I had the special editions. Have you guys seen them? Perfection. I wish I had them, but they don't sell them anymore.
There's people that are dying.
Next up, we're going to pick 2 more from these orangey pink kind. I don't have as many of these, but again, we have to mix. I don't know why, but my brain is telling me that I must. Should I do one on the end? There we have it. We'll do one on, let's see, this one. Again, let's scratch it. You know the deal. The Best Offer Wins. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this book is. As it turns out, Best Offer Wins was the book that I picked for the book of the month this month, and I completely forgot about it. I do think this one is a thriller slash mystery. It could be considered horror. Let me see. Oh wow, this one has a very long little synopsis. I'll just read the little top part. What is this called? Like the hook of the synopsis. An insanely competitive housing market, a desperate buyer on the edge. Marissa Cashino's darkly hilarious debut novel asks, how far would you go for the house of your dreams? So, I don't know. I won't be able to buy a house with this housing market in a very long time, so maybe I can live vicariously through these people. Although I don't think I would do anything shady to get a house of my dreams, but it's an interesting premise. Now that I have it here and I'm remembering what it's about, I'm actually excited to get into this. Next up. Okay, we have We Don't Talk About Carol. I ended up entering a random giveaway on Goodreads. It was the first time I've ever done it. I immediately won this one, so that's cool. Then we have We Don't Talk About Carol by Kristen L. Berry. Like I said, I did win this in a giveaway, and let's just read the little synopsis, or the long synopsis in this case. Let's see if I can do it this time without messing up. In the wake of her grandmother's passing, Sydney Singleton finds a hidden photograph of a little girl who looks more like Sydney than her own sister or mother. She soon discovers that the mystery girl in the photograph is her Aunt Carol, who is one of 6 black girls to go missing from the North Carolina neighborhood in the 1960s. For the last several decades, not a soul has talked about Carol or what really happened to her. But now, with her grandmother gone and Sydney looking to start a family of her own, she's determined to unravel the truth behind her long-lost aunt's disappearance and the sinister silence that surrounds her. Unfortunately, this is familiar territory for Sydney. Years earlier, while she worked in the crime... Years earlier, while she worked the crime beat as a journalist, her obsession with the case of another missing girl led to a psychotic break. And now, in the suffocating grip of fertility treatments and a marriage that's beginning to crumble, Sydney's relentless pursuit of answers might just lead her down the same path of self-destruction. As she delves deeper into Carol's fate, her own troubled past reemerges, clawing its way to the surface with a vengeance. The web of secrets and lies entangling her family leaves Sydney questioning everything. Her fixation on the missing girls, her future as a mom, and her trust in those she knows and loves. Delving into family, community, secrets, and motherhood, We Don't Talk About Carol is a gripping and deeply emotional story about overcoming the rot at the roots of our family trees and what we'll do for those we love. Ooh, okay. So I think this one's gonna be maybe more like psychological. I have a feeling it's gonna have some very important messages in there, whereas like, say this one for example, might just be crazy and fun. So at least we have 2 different types of thriller slash mystery books in the mix. Okay, and now we have our last 2 books. This is from the green and yellow stack. Let's do it differently. Let's do half and half, okay? Which one? This one. And we'll do this half. Which one's calling? This. Give me something good. We have Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I'm gonna be so honest, I don't know if I'm in the mood for a sci-fi book this month, but the cards have spoken. Okay, so the Golden Sun, just Golden Sun. I don't know, does anyone else do that where you tend to add the word "the" in front of titles when it's not needed or in the actual title? Because I do that on accident, but we have Golden Sun. I wish I could tell you what the first book in the series was about, but honestly, I have no recollection whatsoever. I read it so long ago. If I'm gonna read this one this month, actually, let's speak it into existence. When I read this one this month, I'm going to absolutely need to do a recap on what happened in the first one to remember, because I don't know. I just know it's a sci-fi, and even though I've already read the first one, the series still intimidates me as a whole. So this is happening this month, I guess. And now we're on to our final book. And we have The Unmaking of June Farrow. I didn't get a single romance in here, and I am very excited about The Unmaking of June Farrow. This is by Adrienne Young. For some reason, I just get the feeling that this is gonna give me the same vibes as The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I don't know if it's just the fact that it has 2 people's names in it. I could be completely wrong, but I think that this is supposed to be like a beautiful, magical kind of story. Let me actually read the back of it, because I have no idea what I'm talking about at this point. So, it says, in the small mountain town of Jasper, North Carolina, June Farrow is waiting to
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Let's wrap it up. Okay, let's try again. In the small mountain town of Jasper, North Carolina, June Farrow is waiting for fate to find her. The Farrow women are known for their thriving flower farm and for the mysterious curse that has plagued their family line. The whole town remembers the madness that led to Susanna Farrow's disappearance, leaving her daughter June to be raised by her grandmother and haunted by rumors. It's been a year since June started seeing and hearing things that aren't there. Faint wind chimes, a voice calling her name, and a mysterious door appearing out of nowhere. Signs of what June has always known is coming, but June is determined to end the curse once and for all, even if she must sacrifice the hope of love and a family of her own. After her grandmother's death, June discovers a series of cryptic clues regarding her mother's disappearance, except these only lead to more questions. But could the door she once assumed was a hallucination be the answer she's been searching for? The next time it appears, June realizes that she can touch it and walk through the threshold, and when she does, she embarks on a journey that will not only change both the past and the future, but also uncover the lingering mysteries of her small town and entangle her heart in an epic star-crossed love. Literally messed up on the last few words, but it's okay. I did it. I can breathe now. So yeah, this sounds interesting. I'm intrigued and I don't know what else to say at this point, but there we have it. Those are all of the books that are going to be on my TBR. Let's do a quick run through of just the titles, just in case you've already forgotten in like the 2 minutes it took for me to film all this. But we have This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab, Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, Best Offer Wins by Marissa Cascino, We Don't Talk About Carol by Kristen L. Berry, Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, and then The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. So, those are all the books, along with, like I mentioned in the beginning, our book of the month, which is The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. I know we're a good portion through already, but hopefully I can get through all of these. Let me know if you guys loved any of these books, which ones I should read first, what's on your TBR this month. But that is it from me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!